We're joined here with Mark Scott, CEO of Sassy Gold once again. Mark, welcome back.
Great to be here.
Great to have you. Well, I'd like to talk about the drill season this year. You had 18 holes and a record-breaking 3,700 meters of drill core this year. Can you discuss how ITL did in their first year at your site, and what was your visual representation of how that season went this year?
Yes, as you say, we had ITL drilling on site. Was our first season working with them, and they did a fantastic job. The crew was safe and productive. Daily production was higher than we've had in the previous 2 seasons up there, and as a result of that, we were able to drill 18 holes into the Westmore Discovery Zone, which is the same as the total number of holes we drilled previously in the 2 prior years combined. So it's great to get that much more data. There's 3,700 more meters of core that we have to look at, and we always reserve judgment on what it's looking like until we get those assay results back, because it very little mineralization in the quartz veins at Westmore contains quite a bit of high-grade gold. So it's the visuals are not always a reliable predictor of what the assay certificates are going to say when we get them back. So we look forward to getting those results.
Yeah, exactly what I was going to ask, because I know a lot of people, we saw the news release go out from that drill core, but really, just like you said, as much as you're excited about it as well, you want to find out what those assays say. But talking about gold as a market in general, the gold market's been pushed down like crazy in recent months, but in more recent time, the last 2 or 3 weeks or so, we started seeing that market really come back. Can you explain to investors what you believe the gold market may be doing next year, but also how this FTX fiasco in the crypto world, how that's affecting the gold market and the companies within it?
Well, yeah, the gold market's had a bit of a challenging year, but it's nice to see over the last few weeks it's back up by about $100 an ounce. Into the new year, I mean, it'll be interest rates in the US dollar will determine what the gold price does. And, senior producer gold stocks are doing well now, and we hope are leading the way for the juniors in the new year. As far as FTX, I mean, it's not necessarily them specifically, but crypto in general has pulled money out of the gold market over the last couple of years. And, as marijuana stocks did some kind of the same thing a couple of years before that. Some of that money we expect, I think it's reasonable to expect some of that crypto money will be coming back into the gold market now for, store of value, safe haven kind of investing. And hopefully that bodes well for us in 2023.
Yeah, I strongly believe it will, because like you said, with the whole FTX scandal and fiasco that's going on, the reputation and the just the sector in general, there's going to be a dark cloud over it for quite some time. And like you said previously as well, when it comes to speculative money, it was going into cannabis stocks, it was going into crypto. Well, now both those sectors are looking pretty poor right now, unfortunately. But fortunately for things like gold and the genetic exploration world, now that excitement's coming back. So excited about that. But now let's turn a leaf, as around us is doing right now, or leading into winter time. And that means that Sassy Gold's focus will start going to your Highrock Uranium project in Saskatchewan. Can you explain to investors what you're excited about for the upcoming drill season this winter?
Well, we didn't get the drill production we were looking for there last year. Some pretty extreme conditions limited the drill production there. So we're looking forward to really getting back and testing in earnest the geophysical anomaly that we've identified there immediately south of the historic Key Lake mine. So it's a basement deposit just outside of the basin proper, and the Athabasca Basin proper, and we're looking forward to getting there and getting a few fence post holes across that anomaly and seeing what we're dealing with there. Some from the one hole that we got some decent core recovered from last year. There's good reason to be excited about what we've got there, and so we look forward to going and learning more about it.
Yeah, absolutely. And in speaking about learning more and being excited, we've talked about a lot about the 3 strategic investments that you have in Gander Gold, Galloper Gold, and MAXX Power, leading into the end of 2022 and now with 2023 just around the corner. Can you give an update on those projects and how they are affecting Sassy Gold as well?
Sure. Gander is coming along great, just exactly according to plan. Gander has a big land package, big claim package in Newfoundland, over 9,000 claims. It's close to 40,000 soil samples I think we've done there now over the last 2.5 years, and and we're getting ready to start RAB drilling and then diamond drilling in 2023 on some of the many soil anomalies, gold soil anomalies we've identified at a number of our properties there with Gander. So things are coming along really well with Gander, just exactly as we had hoped. Galloper is getting ready to start trading early in 2023. And so the 8 million shares that SASY owns in Galloper will, we'll see some value realized from those when Galloper starts trading. Again, big claim position for Galloper. A number of properties that are prospective for gold and copper, and some new claims that Galloper has staked that are prospective for salt domes possibly in Western Newfoundland. So some pretty exciting stuff happening there. And then MAXX Power, of course, has traded really remarkably well over its still not quite first year of trading. And we know they have a number of exciting announcements coming in the very near future about the direction they're going to take, which I'm not at liberty to share just yet, but we'll let that team from MAXX do that in due course. So very happy with how those equity positions are shaping up and the value that they will deliver down the road for SASY shareholders.
Yeah, not even just down the road. It's amazing for anyone who's currently looking at the share price right now and the valuation. Almost, if you look at the amount of value in those three investments, they're equal and sometimes more than the entire market cap of Sassy Gold, which can only allow investors to go to one conclusion. There is a serious undervaluation right now of your company. It's not even valuing for more project or anything in the actual company itself.
Yeah, essentially the value that's being attributed to our direct exploration projects is less than zero at the moment. If you look at it that way, yeah, the value of those equity positions is greater than the market cap of the company on some days. So, I mean, that has to mean that there's an awful lot of upside in SASY share price and pretty limited downside, which is a good thing for investors.
Absolutely. Well, Mark, thank you so much for your time. It's always a pleasure, and look forward to speaking to you in the very near future as well.